Hey everybody, it's your Sam and I'm here with another video. Today I want to kind of go over finding your perfect schedule. This task in and of itself is quite impossible, or seems impossible, especially for somebody like me or those of us who have ADHD or just a flowing kind of mindset where we constantly change and constantly grow and things are constantly changing around us. Life is chaos, right? Right. How do you schedule things out? Do you have your perfect schedule, or do you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants and hope for the best and you get some things done but not all the things that you wanted? I have not found my perfect schedule, but what I have found is my perfect day, my perfect idea of a schedule, and that in of itself is enough for me. Probably saying, well, that doesn't make any sense. And it probably doesn't, but maybe it will as soon as I explain this. For me, the perfect schedule is something that I can move around and change, kind of go with the flow. And if I don't get something done in one day, it's easy for me to move it to another day. It's changing with that is my perfect schedule. So how do I do that? Well, thanks to HB90, which another part of the course is going to be starting next month, because holy cow, this year has gone by so fast. The link to sign up for the HB90 course is down below, the HB90 bootcamp. Make sure to check it out. With the help of the HB90 method, I have found that I have my goals and I keep those goals into 3 goals. And this is for a quarter. Those 3 goals are what I work on. That's what I concentrate on. And that's what I schedule into my life. 1 is writing, 1 is editing, the other is social media practices, including this right here, these videos. Now, how do I break that down? I know that it usually, on an average writing day, takes me about 45 minutes to write 1,000 words. So we'll say I write 700 words in a 30-minute block. So how many of those blocks do I need to write 60,000 words? Break it down that way. Technically, I need 85. We'll round it up to 86 blocks in order to write 60,000 words. That's kind of my goal for a quarter, is 60,000 words, because that is my middle goal. My, I guess, slack goal would be 30,000. My good goal is 60,000. And my better goal is 90,000 every quarter. I know I need 87 blocks in order to write that mid goal. I write that down. I write that as 87 blocks down. For editing, I know it takes me about, depending on which round of edits I'm doing, I know that rereading a book of mine, which is usually anywhere between 90,000 words and 120,000 words. So we'll say that I have a book that's 120,000 words. I know that 120,000 words doing a reread edit where I move some scenes around and all that good stuff was probably going to take me about 50-ish task blocks. So I write that down. If it is a kind of a line edit, or I'm going through making sure that all of my details align, I know that takes a little bit more. I know that takes about 120 task blocks to do, because I am also building the World Bible as I do that. or the book Bible as I do that. I'm taking notes and all that good stuff. Doing find and replace and waiting on my computer to go through all of that 120,000 words. So that, coupled with before, is 170 task blocks if I'm editing the whole book in one quarter. Then I need to go through AutoCrit and Pro Writing Aid. Those take about, we'll say, another 100 task blocks. Because hopefully by the time I have reread it and went through all the details, I've caught a lot of things, but you never can tell. So that's 250 task blocks in order to edit. I write that down. Social media in and of itself is kind of a beast when it comes to time, especially if you sit down almost every week to schedule things out, to make graphics and all that good stuff. I know every week it usually takes me at least 6 to 10 task blocks just to do the social media part. That's not recording these videos and editing them and uploading them. So 10 task blocks to schedule out social media, to make graphics, to schedule out, and all that good stuff. So 10 task blocks every week. It's about 13 weeks roughly every quarter. That is 130 task blocks just to do social media. And I know every single week, unless I batch one week and I can kind of rest the rest of the week, it's still going to take the same amount of time blocks, whichever way I do it. If everything goes well and I'm not fighting with certain things, gremlins and all that stuff, then every video usually takes me about 3 task blocks in order to record it, edit, and upload. Add another task block to do research and to do all the numbers like I'm doing right here. Each video takes about 4 task blocks. I do 2 videos a week, plus I do the live stream, which in and of itself takes 4 task blocks, plus breaking the block, which is usually 2 to 3 task blocks. And I've also got to make up questions or gather questions for breaking the block. So I usually add another task block, which is another 4. Therefore, that is 16. So YouTube videos every week is 16, and 16 times 13 is 208. And that's every quarter, 208 task blocks to do this YouTube channel thing. Then I also have Medium and Substack and Ream and the YouTube community. I group those together because they are more writing based. Sometimes they can be image based. Sometimes they're a combination of video and images and graphics that I have to make. I usually dedicate 6 task blocks every week to do those. So 6 times 13 is 78 task blocks for the quarter. How many task blocks is that altogether? Let's see. We have 78 plus 208 plus 87 plus 250 plus 130 is 753. I usually round this up to 775 because, like I said before, you never know when gremlins are going to get you, whenever something takes a little bit longer than normal, like the collaboration that is coming up. What you know as an author collab. Sign up is down below. Still plenty of time. You just need to do 1, 2, however many videos that you want during the month of September about what you've learned as an author. How much have you researched on one subject that you could probably be an expert by now on it? Let us know in the video. Sign up again is down below. 775 task blocks. Each of those is 30 minutes. That's technically 30 hours per week that you need to work on your things, on your goals. That's not bad, in all honesty. If you are a full-time worker, that 30 hours is daunting. And sometimes you need to scale it back a little bit. For those of us like me who are trying to make this a full-time gig and are not working currently, sort of, that 30 hours can be bumped up into 40 if we want to. And then hopefully we can get our goals done quicker and add more goals onto the last month of the quarter if we want, or to beef up our edits or beef up that word count, write a couple of extra short stories or something like that. Since I work in task blocks because of the HEB90 method and that just works for me, I know I need to schedule out 60 task blocks per week. Depending on what I have going on that week, I schedule those tasks all around the appointments or things that I have going on. I myself know the hours that I work best. I work best in the morning. I work best towards the afternoon, but come around 2 to 4 o'clock, I slow down quite a bit. I need to take a break. Sometimes I need a nap or something like that. And then I work fairly well anywhere between 4 and 7. So I do those task blocks in between whenever I get up in the morning. Sometimes it's 5 in the morning, sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 10, and work until about 1:30 or 2. And then I start again after my nap or after a break or whatever, and work from usually 4 to 7-ish or 3 to 6-ish or something like that. Sometimes it's almost a 8 to 9 hour work day like I would do at a normal job. Then there are days where I can't get anything done. I get 2 or 3 of my tasks done. I work on some things here and there, and it's just sluggish and it's not any good. And there's also days where I have migraines or my arthritis is flaring up and my hands are swollen or hurting or something like that. And it's just not a viable work day. Luckily for me, I only have to work 30 hours a week, technically, or work 60 blocks. So on the good days, I get as much done as I possibly can. On the bad days, I get maybe 1 or 2 things done, and it's fine. That's the reason why I like the task blocks, because you can move things around, you can reschedule things. I have lists that I put up, and when I get that list done, I mark that item off of the list, and I know I can work on the next item. That's how I work my task blocks. They're basically a list. I also keep track of time using the HB90 method's time tracker, because there are some days where 153 words takes me 30 minutes rather than 750 words taking 30 minutes. That way I can kind of figure out bad days, bad times, stuff like that, and also build on the next text from that. If it took me 30 minutes to do 200 words, I know another 30 minutes somewhere, hopefully, I can get in 1,000. If not, it's fine, right? Right. The best thing that you can do for yourself is give yourself grace and forgive yourself. Another best thing that you can do is when you're feeling kind of meh, give yourself that extra push. But if you know that you need that break, if you know that you need that day, then take it. Because if you don't, the next day is going to be meh, and the day after that, and the day after that, and you're not going to get your goals done, and you're not going to get your tasks done, and that's going to make you feel even worse. So know yourself, know what you can do, know when you need to take a break, and allow yourself that. That's how you make the perfect schedule. That's all I've got for you today. I hope this is helpful in some way. I know I probably rambled and didn't really make any sense, but if you have any questions, make sure to put them down in the comments below and I will answer them the best way I can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here for me. And make sure to check out my link tree and the links down below in the description. In the link tree, you will find signups for all the things, including beta reading my books. It's for free. You just have to kind of sign up for Story Origin and then sign up to beta read my books. And yeah, it would help me out a lot to get some feedback. Be kind to one another out there. Be kind to yourself. Keep writing, keep reading, keep being creative, and I will see you next time.